Okay, so today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's not exactly a topic of discussion, but what it is a walkthrough / tutorial of the parenting apps that I recommended in my How to Co-Parent with the Narcissist video. So stay tuned and we'll go through this. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you're dropping them in the comments. Hi, it's K Diamond, and today we are going through the parenting apps, Our Family Wizard and Talking Parents. So I don't have Talking Parents anymore, so I can just kind of give you some pointers on it, but I will be walking you through the Our Family Wizards app. So first things first, I'm gonna get logged in, and it might say something about, my subscription coming up, and it's all good. I would definitely be renewing my account. So the first thing I'm gonna show you is this homepage, and the homepage starts off with giving you unread messages, outstanding expenses, and upcoming events. We're gonna kind of fly through this, so if I'm moving too fast, please let me know in the comments, and if I need to do another video or if I just need to go into more detail in the comments, I will happily do that. So I'm gonna start off here and I'm gonna click on the next one. So you're gonna look down at the bottom. Right now, the little house is highlighted, that's home. We're gonna click on the calendar. It's gonna light up blue. So on the calendar, what you have an opportunity to do is add an event. Now I love this part because if your kids are involved in activities, it's helpful to just go on the calendar and add an event and have the parent notified. You can even set reminders. So we'll go in and press add, and I'm gonna say we're gonna add an event. So that's, first row, second one down. All right, so here you can see that you have a title, you can put in the location, you can add an image, maybe if there's a flyer. You can select it as all day, or you can select specific times on that day. You can put if it's repeating, so if they have ballet recital every other week or whatever. So you can put if it's a repeating event, you can put what children. So if you have multiple children, what children this applies to. I'm not gonna really show y'all. When you click on it, it's gonna list the children. I don't want to have too much that I have to block out for the video. So it could be an event that is for mom or an event that's for dad. So you could just, select your names. Once again, it'll show the list. It'll have your child and your co-parent as options to select. You can put on a reminder. I like to do a reminder, typically a 1-day reminder. You can do a 1 hour. It's a few options in there, so I'll click on that. You can kind of see the options that you have. And we're gonna go back and you can put sharing. So if you turn off sharing, basically it's not gonna share the event with the co-parent. So it's pretty much pointless to turn off sharing because the whole point is to share it with them. So we're gonna back out of events, and I'm actually gonna click back on because I don't know. Oh, we're gonna click back on the little blue circle in the bottom right corner. You can put check-in. So if you're checking into a location, maybe your parenting plan says that if you leave the state, then they have to know where you are. Well, instead of calling them and say, oh, we landed, we're safe, we're at the hotel or whatever, you could just check in and they know that you made it. You can put in moments. So if something took place that day and you just want to document it, you can put that in. It'll show when the parent reads it. If they disagree with whatever the documentation is, y'all can hash that out, but you can at least put it so you can keep track of events that took place. You can put in expenses, but we'll go over that in a later section, and then you can add contacts and we'll also go over that in a later section. Now, something else that's cool in here for the calendar is if you look at the bottom, you have an option that says trade. On that option, it tells you requests must be at least 48 hours before the requested date to allow for a response. So basically, whenever you put in a trade, you could be asking if y'all can switch weekends because you have something going on or they have something going on. You can put it in there at least 48 hours in advance so the other parent has enough time to decide whether or not the trade works for them. Okay, the next one is the parenting schedule. Now, this is super cool. It's a great feature. It gives some options. So if you and your co-parent are actually working out a parenting plan, this will give you some of the common parenting plans. I did a 2255. It worked for us. But you also have the option at the very bottom to do a custom. So if you come up with something that works for y'all the best, then you put in the custom rotation. And then we're gonna go back and you can create a new holiday. So where you might wanna add like the kid's birthday, if that's on your parenting plan, then y'all swap that. You might wanna add that onto your calendar. So moving on directly to the right, look at the bottom of the screen again. We're gonna click on the little envelope and look at messages. So I'm gonna show one from my inbox, and I'm also gonna show one that's sent so you guys can kind of see from both perspectives. So I'm gonna scroll down to one that doesn't say a whole lot. All right, so here is one for my co-parent. The title or the subject is address, and you can see the question here. If you click on details, it'll show when I viewed it. It'll show when he sent it, and it'll show when I viewed it. Now, if I go back and I go into my sent and I find something, Let's see. We're gonna click on one of these messages that is a response. So here in the grayed out at the bottom, you'll see that the original message came from my co-parent, the date, the time, the subject, and what the question was. And then you'll see just above it what my response was. Now, if I want to click details next to my co-parent's name, it'll show me that they viewed it and when they viewed it. So if I don't get a response back, I at least know if they viewed it. So it kind of lets me know, are they ignoring me or not? Not a big deal to me, just something to take to court if necessary. All right, and then in here, of course, you have drafts, you have archive, action items, etc. So now we're gonna go over, we'll look at the bottom of the screen again, and we're gonna click on the journal. On the journal, it's gonna give items that I've attached to messages. I'm gonna have that all the way blacked out because it's just too personal. So you guys won't really see exactly what it was. So we're gonna go to the right and we're gonna click on the next icon, and that icon is the journal. So the journal is gonna show you things that I've attached to messages. So it's my quick go-to if I wanna see, hey, did I send this to him? I can go in my journal and see when I sent it and what date and time I sent it. I will have that blocked out because it's too personal to show you, but just so you have an idea of what the journal kind of looks like, I'll keep it in this video. So now we're gonna move to the right again, and we're gonna click on that $sign. So the $sign is gonna go over expenses. I'm gonna go back to the calendar because when I click on the $sign, it was still showing my journal entry. So we're just gonna click on the calendar, and then I'm gonna click on the $sign so that the calendar is in my backdrop. So here you have the option to register an expense. The expense you might register is school fees. If you guys are supposed to split school fees, then that's gonna be something you can document in this section. And once you document it, it'll send a notification and your co-parent has the opportunity to approve the expense. And what's cool about this area is if you look over to the right, the far right, it says OFW Pay. They can actually set up their bank account and pay you directly through the app. So all financial transactions can also be documented. So if you see in between, you have payments, you have scheduled payments, and you have categories. Those are all additional options you guys can explore on your own if you are interested. The last one I'm gonna click on is basically files. So you have so many options on here. You can see some being an address book, financial, insurance, teachers, schools. So it's an info area. Anything that you may need to provide to your co-parent so that they can be as involved in your child's life as possible can be documented in this area, and they have the ability to go in. So instead of calling you and saying, hey, I have the kids, I need to take them to the doctor, what's the insurance info? They can just log into the app and pull the insurance info. And this is why I tell y'all this app is so amazing, because it really limits the amount of time that you have to spend talking directly to your co-parent. You put in all the information you can, you make sure you turn on notifications, and that co-parent can be as involved as they need to be, outside of physical involvement, of course, in your child's life without having to talk to you every step of the way. I don't know about y'all, but I love that. I don't want to talk if I don't have to talk. So I'm going to let's click on insurance just to give y'all an idea. Typically, whenever you click on the section, you're going to click that little blue circle with the plus sign in it at the bottom right, and it's going to allow you the opportunity to add. So info bank, that's what it's called, info bank. You can click on insurance information, and here you go. You have an idea of what it may look like when you're putting in a new entry and all of the fields that it might ask. So yes, that is Our Family Wizard, the one that I use. So I do currently have a subscription. Now, Talking Parents is a little bit different. I will show you guys what it looks like. Let's scroll over so you at least see what the icon looks like. Here we go. Click on it. So this is what Talking Parents looks like. I used to use this one, but really the only thing I got out of it was just messaging. So that works for some people. If you don't have kids that are extra active, or there's not much that you and the parent need to communicate on other than just, messages here and there, then this one might work for you. You can use it online for free. So that is a benefit. If you're just now getting into the parenting app game and you want to ease your way into it, you can start with this one, do an online account and utilize it for free. What you pay for is the app. So if you want the app, I do not recall how much it is a month, and I was not able to figure that out, but you guys can go check and see how much that app costs you a month. Now, Our Family Wizard, if you didn't hear from my co-parenting with the narcissist video, that is about $120 a year. Well worth it for me, but you decide what works best for you. So yes, that was pretty much my summary. Our Family Wizard is the main app that I use. It has all of the extra features that I enjoy and I feel are worth the amount that it costs. And if you wanted to go with Talking Parents to get into the game and just see how you feel or see what your co-parent feels like, you can do that. Just go ahead and register for an account online and see how that one works for you. They may have some new features I'm unaware of because I haven't utilized it in a couple of years. So please don't count it out. Go check it out and see which one works best for you. If you enjoyed this content and you found it beneficial for you, do me a favor and like, subscribe, and click on that little bell to turn on notifications for my future posts. Bye!